One of the number one reasons why women struggle with dating and relationships today is that they choose men who are not ready for anything real. Ladies, there are lots of great relationship-ready men out here. However, you need to learn how to choose them. I wrote this book to teach you how to do just that. Get your copy of Choose Well, a simple formula to determine the best man for you on Amazon today.
Deal breakers, or one of your deal breakers, and you cut it off. But the reason why most relationships are ending in 90 days is because people are jumping into the bed too soon. And what a lot of people don't understand is the brain is the largest sexual organ. So chemistry comes from love and affection. When you don't have love and affection, and this what people don't realize and understand. When you don't have love and affection, it's hard to have sexual chemistry with somebody that's a stranger to you, somebody that you would not die for, somebody that you're not in love with. So any sexual chemistry that you have, it will come from utilization. Both of y'all being used up. Both of y'all being HOs. So the man knows all the tricks in his stroke. The woman knows all the tricks in her throwback. And so them two come together and they make music in the bed because both of them is HOs. And then they call that sexual chemistry, and they say these are grounds for us to stay together and to work on this relationship because we're good in bed. And that is the dumbest thing in the world. That's one of the dumbest and biggest mistakes that you can make. And I've coached people who, at a time where they should be restarting like their relationship and building as friends and just talking and building with each other, they'll be like, oh, I can't do that because our chemistry comes from sex. Like we can only make up sexually because that's where our chemistry is. And that's why also a lot of relationships fail. And so when you got to think about it, how are you going to feel if you get into bed with somebody that you're not in love with, other than, and they're not a HO, so they're not a pro at sex. So if they're not a pro at sex and you get into bed with them, within the first 3 months, you're going to think they whack in the bed because you don't have no feelings. But see, when your mind is already there, when your mind at the finish line because you're in love, now they don't have to do a whole lot for you to have a good experience, a good time, because you're in love with this person. But when you with a complete stranger, they starting behind the finish line, and just their performance and their skills in the bed is what's going to prove themselves to you. And that right there is whole culture. And that's a trick of the devil. And that's why so many people say, oh, I need a test drive before I buy and all of this. And that's because we have a society of a lot of HOs. And a lot of people is just nasty and don't want to grow and don't want to change. And that's what be happening. So for me, when I was out there, I wasn't judging what a woman did in the bed because I didn't know what she was supposed to be doing in the bed. So I wasn't judging the movement in her hips or whatever it was or none of that. Like I was judging, is she going to let me get her in the bed? And if she'll let me get her in the bed, then I just said, oh, she's not a wife because she don't love herself. She don't know herself. So I'll take what she giving, but she should have known not to give it. She should have had higher standard for herself. And I ain't had no standard for myself, but I was willing to lower my standards or not have standards just to see if she ain't have standards. And that's the stupidity of the game. Don't make sense, but a man will put his body on the line to see if a woman willing to put her body on the line, and then a man will judge a woman for doing the same thing he did. That's because the one person is the tester, and the other person is the testee. And so the testee is the one who passes or fails the test. The person who issued the test, they not passing or failing it. It's who taking the test.
Good afternoon. I wanted to jump on really quickly, leaving the bank, about to take my daughter to Taco Bell. And this is a perfect time to make this video because I do have clients and I have other business stuff to tend to today. Lots and lots of business stuff to tend to. I got a couple of calls this morning and I've got to deal with this business stuff. But I just wanted to jump on. Prior to this video, I showed you all a video clip. I posted it onto my Instagram account, but you just saw that video clip by Tony Gaskins explaining why relationships end in the first 90 days. And this is a very layered question, and there are a lot of different reasons. His number one reason is people becoming sexual too soon. And I agree with that. I'm going to give you some science. I'm going to give you some statistical data to understand why that is. So from the male and the female perspective. But yes, you need to understand, and for some reason today, grown-ups, grown adults, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, you all are not understanding that sex and sexual chemistry cannot be the foundation. That is the tiniest block in the pyramid of the relationship. So it's like taking the pyramid, and you know how the wide base of the pyramid at the bottom, that's like inverting the pyramid. So this is the pyramid, but now this is the pyramid. And you wonder why, you're trying to hold that pyramid up on the tiniest point of the pyramid. You wonder why the pyramid is unstable, because sex is the smallest block. That's the smallest triangle on the pyramid. And you're trying to build an entire relationship based on this teeny weeny little block. There are many other things that are bigger and wider that you should be basing the relationship on. But no. You want to take the smallest part, and I want you to hear me well. I'm not saying that sex is not important. That's not what this video is about, and stop making it about that. Sex is important to a marriage because y'all already know y'all should be married if you're having sex. So how you feel about that is how you feel about it. But sex is critical to a marriage. That's the problem now. All of y'all having sex outside of marriage, and then by the time you get married, you done used up your sex and your sex organs and your body. Now you don't want to have sex no more. But anyway, I digress. So yes, there are adult people that do not understand that sex cannot be, or sexual chemistry cannot be, a healthy foundation to a real relationship. They still don't get that. They think that if you make me go ooh in the bedroom, that we doing something. No, that's not what that means, especially now. Okay? So getting into the bedroom too soon, and it don't even have to be full-on intercourse. Do you know that as a woman, once you kiss a man for 6 seconds or longer, your body releases a cocktail of hormones that turns off your ability to vet him. You no longer can see the red flags. You no longer can see the danger in this man. Once you kiss his lips for 6 seconds or longer, much less put your mouth anywhere else, or let him put his mouth somewhere else, or you open your body up to him. Once that happens, all this rush of hormones and chemicals in your body gets released, and you see this person as the love of your life. So if that happens on the first night, second night, third night, you don't know him like that. You don't know the true nature of this man. But on the first night, oh, this is my boo. This is my man. You don't know him. He's a stranger. All right. Now for the gentleman, you have a hormone called vasopressin. And that means that when something is hard, when something is difficult, when something is not easy to obtain, when you actually have to work at it, when you have to put in some investment, when you have to put in some work, that's what creates the bond for you. And so when men are out here sleeping around or having sex with women on the first night, or claiming that, oh, that's the magic pill, ladies, have sex with a man on the first night, that's how you're going to get into a marriage, that is a lie. And that is a lie from the pit of hell. Okay, let me just There's a video right now out by Orion Taraban where he actually says the one night stand is your way to marriage. The one night stand is your way to the healthy relationship. That is a lie from Satan himself. And you know what? I looked at the comments of that video and I was actually pretty proud. There were a lot of men in the comments saying, that's not true. That's a lie. Like, why would you say that? Why would you tell women that? There are men saying this. That the easier the sex is, the less I care about the woman. The easier access she gives me to her body, the less I want to make her my wife. Finally, I was so proud reading those comments. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that there are men calling this nonsense out. I never seen more men on his channel say, yeah, I disagree with this one. Like, yeah, this ain't working for me. Yeah, this is not good. Finally, because I'm thinking these men are just blindly following anything he says, and he done finally put out something that they're like, no, that's not true. No man appreciates a woman giving him easy sex, right? Like, no quality man. Now, a man who can't get sex otherwise, yeah, he gonna appreciate some easy sex because he don't get sex like that. But any man worth his weight in gold does not want easy access. Like, if he's trying to get something real, he don't want a woman laying down with him on the first night. But anyway, I digress. But yeah, that video, that ain't it. And I was so glad that the men finally called him out and was like, nah, man. And what do I keep telling y'all? Women who give you easy access to their body have problems. They have borderline personality disorder. They are narcissistic. They're only doing that to hook you, dummy. And guess what is the easiest bait in the world? Is sex. Is putting her body on the hook, dummy. Okay? It ain't rocket science. So stop pedestalizing easy sex. So if I could just get laid, fellas. No, that's not the answer. That is not the answer. Okay? But vasopressin says you have to invest. You have to work for the things that you have to earn the things that are important to you. And if the woman is just throwing it at you left and right, yeah, you're going to take it. Can we keep it real? You're going to take it, but you're not going to value it. How many times do I have to keep telling men and women this? The things that you get for free, yeah, you're going to take it, but you don't value it. So just know that. But there's so many reasons. Like I said, right now, the divisive gender war, just so many reasons why people are so messed up. People are super messed up. And that's why I keep telling you all, when someone wants your body, when someone wants a lot of money from you, when someone wants to come over to your house and have you cook for them and all this other stuff, this is what you say. Check back with me in 6 months. Check back with me in 9 months. See if they're even around. See if they're even around 3, 6, 9 months later. Because most of them won't be. Most of them will not be. I have been on hundreds of first dates. Hundreds in my lifetime. Hundreds of first dates. One date. I had probably been on 100 second dates. Maybe we went out twice. Okay, that's it. And y'all really think I was going to bust it wide open for these men? Absolutely not. My body count would be in the thousands if I did that. Like, seriously, can I keep it real with y'all on here today? My body count would be in the thousands if I had sex with every man I went on a date with. If I had sex with every man I went on a date with twice or 3 times or 4 times. But thankfully, I had a standard set for myself even back then when I was backsliding, when I was a heathen and I was having sex out of marriage. I had a standard for myself, which was, I ain't your girl. If you don't claim me, okay, if you don't publicly claim me as your woman, I'm not giving you sexual access, period. Even then, I had a standard. Okay, so this idea that y'all are busting it wide open on the first, second, or third date, I mean, I see why your body count is in the hundreds and the thousands, because like I said, most people don't even make it past the first 30, 60, 90 days. And then you've given your precious body to this man and it's over. Nah, that can't never be me. I'm sorry. So I'm going to answer this question real quick from Beyond Nicole. What are your thoughts on coffee dates being low effort? I disagree, because the whole point is to get to know the person for something real. It doesn't matter how you do that. That's the world putting a dollar amount on genuine love. I'm trying to get to know this man. Now, if every date we have is a coffee date, then come talk to me. But the first one being a coffee date, the first one being meet me at the gym, meet me at the dog park, I love it. I don't know you, you don't know me. But if our intention is genuine, what does it matter? That's the world putting that out there in y'all's head. Stop it. Please stop it. Oh, but now I'm going to pick me because, anyway. She said, have men always thought if a woman isn't a virgin that she isn't worthy of waiting until marriage, or is this new ideology? It is brand new 2025 thinking. Brand new. Let me tell you the other brand new 2025 thinking. Single moms are trash. Single moms have been getting married and remarried for millennium. Okay? My mother has been married 3 times. So there were 3 men out there, 2 of them were stepdaddies that were like, sign me up, okay? Sign me up for the stepdaddy package. My other friend, who has been married 3 times, okay, sign me up for the stepdaddy package. That is 2025 thinking. That has never been a thing until 5 years ago. Okay, so the single mom thing and the you gotta be a virgin thing, again, all these worldly ideologies that y'all are listening to and believing. Stop believing this nonsense. And everything has changed, and so he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Tony Gaskins is not wrong. Stop trying to build something real, something genuine, something that can last the test of time on sex, on sexual chemistry, on butterflies and sparks. And that is not it. You're going to need way more than that. Way more. The biggest foundation of the pyramid is Christ. So that's the biggest piece. Christ is the biggest piece of that foundation. Commitment. Conflict resolution skills, communication, okay, compatibility, okay, like y'all don't give enough time and attention to those things. But no, most relationships today, they don't make it past 90 days. They don't make it past 30 days, if I'm being honest. And then let's talk about this. People have the attention span of a gnat. Y'all have the attention span of a fruit fly. They say, ooh, Anita look good. Anita talking good. Oh, let me see what Anita about. Then you have a conversation on the phone with Anita. Oh, Anita's dope. Like, yeah, maybe Anita and I should go out. But before that even happened, you on your little phone and, oh, Cheryl look good. Cheryl, what's she talking about? Oh, then here we go. And then before that can even happen, oh, Diane look good. Let me see what she talking. It's like, really? Really? You can't pay attention long enough to see if any of these women could be something real. And I just use the men in that example. The women are no different. Y'all are no different. Ooh, oh, I like what he talking about. Let me see what he on. Oh, yeah, we had a nice conversation. Yeah, you talking about us meeting up at the dog park. But before that can happen, oh, Daryl, he reached out to me in a DM. Let me see what he talking about. And y'all do this little thing where you trying to get to know all these people and really ain't getting to know none of these people. None of these people have your genuine time and attention. You can't build anything. You can't form any real connection because your attention span is so scattered all over. And, oh, I don't know what it is. It's just no good men out here. It's just, I don't know what's wrong with these men. Why don't you focus on one at a time And then you can disqualify them, right? You can focus on one at a time and disqualify them as, as that happens. But y'all want to, be involved with all these people all the time. It's no wonder why you can't figure out what's what. Y'all, I just looked at the time. I got to get home and put my ribs on. I know that's so random. My brain just went to a random place, which is I got to put my ribs on. But y'all, stop. Come on now. Okay, international.k, building on those temporary things are the reasons why most modern relationships don't last past the honeymoon phase. The second real life issue or disagreement comes, people are on to the next. Yep, that's it. The illusion of unlimited options is going to have most people alone in the end. That's it. You just said the whole thing right there. That's the whole thing right there. That's the whole thing right there. Nobody is built for anything real. Like, dang. That's just like, the mall and the stores are dying because of the whole online thing. Y'all want to get everything online, and you want to look on Amazon for millions and millions of products, and then you want to click a button, and then you want them delivered the next day. Like, you can't have anything real. It's exhausting. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. People are just giving up. People are just giving up. They're just like, I can't do it, Anita. Like, I can't do it. I'm tired. And it's like everybody got ADHD now, y'all. Everybody got ADHD. They can't focus. They can't give anything real attention. And then everybody is overstimulated all the time on their phone and on these videos and TikToks and all the time. It's something. And so now it's like the paradox of choice. They don't make a choice. When you have too many options, you just give up. You wither away and die. Like, you're just like, I just can't do it. I don't know what these people want from me, but I just can't be bothered. And that's what most people are doing. That paradox of choice. They're just like, I just can't make up my mind. There's too many options. There's too many people online. There's too many people talking about this and that, and it's too many. And they just give up. They said, I can't do it. But y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, this is the key. And because the modern day person doesn't have the patience, you don't have the patience for the secret weapon. The secret weapon is time. That's it. Time. You let time go by. You are patient. You let time do its thing. And see what time is talking about, right? That's it. That is my secret weapon, which is time. And most people don't pass those tests. In 30 days, if I'm not, giving them access to something, they gone. But it worked. Time is the great equalizer. Time works every time. It's the secret weapon. And I don't got to do nothing. I don't got to say nothing. I just got to be me. I just got to answer the phone when they call and respond to the text. I got to giggle in the right places and show up looking good. And, that's all I got to do. But time, okay? Time is my secret weapon. Time reveals all. Most people do not have the stick-to-itiveness, right? They do not have, what? Let me, this person is dope. Let me really focus on this person. Let's see what they really on. Let's see what they're really about. But like I said, in the first 30 days, the person you thought was so great and so dope, you done been bombarded with a whole lot of other choices. Your head is turning. You got whiplash from your head turning. And it's on to the next. You will never know how truly good I am. You will never know how loyal I am, how faithful I am. You'll never really get the best out of me because of time. Right? And that's what men keep saying. Y'all treat women like the bubblegum machine. You want to put a cord in and out pop the bubblegum. That's what y'all think. And are open about it. Y'all are open about it now. Making videos and making TikToks. Oh, this is what it looked like when you spend $200 on a date and you driving home. What kind of idiotic mess is this? Come on now. That man don't know yet who that person can be in his life and won't take the time. Just take the time. And really, you ain't got to keep taking her on $200 dates. That's your idiocy. Y'all, when I tell you, I call people up. Hey, you got a grocery shop? You want to go to the grocery store? I need to go to the grocery store. Hey, you want to go to Panera? You want to grab a sandwich? Hey, you want to go to Starbucks? Hey, you working from home today? You want to work home? From home from Panera, from Starbucks together? Hey, you got what? That's how you genuinely get to know a person. It don't have to cost a dime. Okay, hey, you want a bike ride on the Capitol Trail? I'm checking out the Capitol Trail. I want to see what that's on. Hey, I want to go on this hike on the Willie Bridge. You wanna go on a hike together? Hey, you want to go to the mall? It ain't rocket science. But yet, the men want to treat women like bubblegum machines. The women want to treat men like ATMs. That's the problem. And everybody is afraid. It's like 9-year-olds. Can I be real? When I'm walking outside and I'm looking at human beings, and if I'm being honest, most of the human beings I see when I'm just walking outside is just normal, regular human beings. But when I'm online and I listen to these comments and I read these comments, right, and listen to these videos and all that stuff, I just see a bunch of scared 9-year-old boys and girls. That's all it is. The people involved in these platforms, the people involved in this, these content and all this stuff, they're just a bunch of scared 9-year-old little boy and girls. That's all. Just scared, emotionally immature, don't have the skills, don't have the tools to have a healthy relationship. And because they're so scared, they're perpetuating that fear in other people. Hey, I went over there and I got bit. I got bit by a dog. Don't go over there. It's a dog over there that's waiting to bite you. Right? That's all it is. Y'all are perpetuating fear from maybe one bad experience, maybe two. Some of y'all didn't even have a bad experience. There's a lot of people online that are playing in this divisive gender war that ain't even been married, don't even have no woman, don't even have no man. And you giving advice, and I'm thinking, well, what is your life experience? What experience do you have with this subject? Because a lot of us that have been married, we gonna remarry. And it don't get no worse than going through a divorce. Going through a divorce is horrifying. That's a harrowing experience. And we don't talk as down about the opposite sex in marriage as y'all do. It's some of y'all that ain't never even been in a relationship. And y'all telling people not to get married. Make that make sense. You never even been in a relationship. And you telling people, yeah, marriage is overrated. Don't get married. We don't get married no more. We don't want the government in our business. And you never even been married. Make that make sense to me. That don't make sense. So, y'all, please, come on now. We have to do the work. We have to grow up. We have to mature emotionally and mentally and physically and spiritually. You gotta grow up. Okay? Stop playing into this divisive gender war. And there's plenty of ways. I'm gonna make another video about that a lot of us do that. We add to the energy of the gender war. Okay? Stop doing that. Keep your pants on, keep your panties on, keep your drawers up. Okay? Let time is the cheat code. That is your ultimate way of seeing who you're dealing with. Time. And I try to tell this to men and tell this to women. And neither one of y'all listen. The men rush in, the women rush in. Fools rush in. That's how the saying go. Fools rush in. People who are not foolish, they let time do their bidding. They just see what happens. And they're not mad. They're not frustrated. They're not angry. Right? Because think about it. Technically, you can't waste another person's time. right? Women, that's women's favorite saying. He wasted my time. No, he didn't. You was going to live anyway. God willing, you was going to live these last 6 months and you just happened to live it with him. Okay. But he didn't waste your time. You was going to live anyway. It just so happened that you was dating him and talking on the phone and hopefully not sleeping with him. But this what that really mean. I didn't get the return on my investment that I expected. So if a man say that, that's what he mean. If a woman say that, that's what she mean. I was expecting something else from the investment of my time, energy, sex, money, or whatever, and I didn't get that. So you consider that wasted time. But y'all need to stop going into these situations with these high expectations. Because honestly, I don't expect nothing. I expect to talk on the phone, text a little, send some memes, have a couple laughs, go out and do stuff, right? And a lot of that stuff don't have to cost a dime. And where they go is where it go. If I find out this person has no real intention, I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm kind of looking for something real. And if we're going to keep spending all this time together, yes, I would like for it to turn into something real. And again, I'm not giving you no sex. So I don't know what other reason you would have to keep doing this other than we could become friends. And I've seen that happen. But outside of that, I don't have any expectation. Because remember, I ain't sleeping with nobody. The people who say he wasted my time, let me give you a little advice. You ready? The people who say he wasted my time, the women who say that, they had sex with him. they had sex with them. That's what they trying to tell you. I gave this man my precious body and I didn't get a commitment. I gave this man my precious body and I didn't get married. That's what they really trying to tell you. Okay? Brianne Nicole says, Tony Gaskins also said, if a man always want to text you, they are in a relationship. A lot of young men love to text you to death. Yeah, no. And you know what? Let me tell you how I get those dudes. Ooh, let me tell you, I had this one dude, this was years ago. This was like 10, 15 years ago. This one dude would always text, and look, I got wise after the third time texting, right? And I would text back, and I was like, wait a minute. The next time he texts me, I'm going to call him. And that's what I did. Every time he texts me, I called him. And I fixed his little red wagon. Like, he was like, and look, I would call, he wouldn't answer. Then he would text, hey, why are you calling? And I was like, I'm responding to your text. Oh, well, you could just text me back. I don't like texting. I want to talk. I want to hear your voice. But when he wouldn't answer, I left him clean alone. Because like you said, I knew what time it was. You are somewhere with someone doing something, and you ain't supposed to be on the phone with me. So ladies, I want you to take a piece of free game. You ready? Now, some of y'all ain't bold enough to do this. So that's why I say a lot of this foolishness that go on, it's on y'all. Y'all don't want to hear that. I know that's a piece of tough love that most women do not want to hear. But a lot of the foolishness that women get into is because of them. It's because of them. It's because of their lack of boldness. It's because of their lack of bravery. It's because of their lack of having standards and holding men to a standard. But the next time a man texts you, return the text with a phone call. Hey, how are you? Oh, so anyway, you asked me about blah, blah, blah. And so this is blah, blah, blah. See? Y'all won't even step outside of your little tiny box to find out what it is. Okay? So, that's a problem. You let him, lead that exchange instead of every now and again, just call him back. Right? I do that quite a bit. People will text me or send a voice note and I'll call them. And unless they say, hey, I'm at work, I'm in a meeting, and then I get real smart. That's when I get real smart. I go, well, focus on your work. Focus on your meeting. What you doing texting me? Yeah, I get real clever. Focus on your job. Okay? Or I'm in a conference with my kid's teacher. Then why are you texting me? Okay? So you gonna get the smartest version of me when, because I'm gonna call you back. That's what I encourage women to do, but y'all not bold enough. You're not courageous enough to, when he says, hey, what you doing? Call him back. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just sitting here. I'm about to make some ribs, and I got to go upstairs and edit some content and blah, blah, blah. So you just talk on the phone. What's the big deal? But if he don't answer your call 9 times out of 10, he's doing something or sitting beside somebody that he can't answer your call. It's not rocket science. But y'all, can I be real? Y'all don't want to know the truth. Most women don't want to know the truth. Y'all don't want to know what it really is. See, I want to know what it really is so I can leave you alone. That's just me. Okay? I want to know what it is and go, oh, okay. Let me leave you alone. That's it. But yeah, you consider yourself blessed if you make it past the first 90 days. Now that's considered the honeymoon phase. Then you're going to start entering into like the true dating phase where you're going to get to know the real them. Then you're going to enter into the challenging phase where that's when you're going to question everything. Is this my person? Should I stay with them? And then hopefully you get to the stability stage. Then you get to the bliss stage. But I mean, now it's going to take years. It's going to take years for you to figure that out because people are so distracted. People are so like, you can't hold their attention. And they don't, it's like they're not built today to have real relationships. They're not built for anything real. It's like, look, I be taking people out on hikes, right? And depending on where we're going, whether it's Shenandoah Valley or, you know, we might be going somewhere like really outside, like a real hike, right? It's one thing when a person shows up to that hike and they have on hiking boots, they have on long socks and pants, and they spray themselves with bug spray, and they might have a rucksack, and they got water, and they got a hat, right? I'm prepared for this hike. It's another thing when people, and this has happened to me, y'all. That's a true story, where I'm leading a hike, and people show up in flip-flops. People show up with short shorts. They don't have no bug spray on. They don't have no hat to keep the sun out of their eyes. They don't have no water. I can already tell what's going to happen. Like, I'm looking at you like, you know we going on a 5 miler, right? You know we going into the mountains, right? Oh, yeah, I'm good. No, you're not. No, you're not. That's the analogy I want y'all to use. Is this person built for the climb? Are they prepared for the longevity of this hike? Are they prepared for something real? Because most people are not. They're going to show up in flip-flops. They're going to show up in short shorts. They don't have long socks on. They don't have bug spray on. They don't have water. Like, no, they don't have the little walking sticks. No, they're not prepared. And they're going to turn back. They're going to turn back at a quarter of a mile. Oh, Anita, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. I know. Come on. And time will tell you which one it is. Time will tell you that. Just keep your sexual parts to yourself. Keep your private parts to yourself. Keep your mouth off of people and keep your private parts to yourself. All right, y'all, I got to go because I have a client appointment at 1, but I got to put these ribs in for like 5 seconds. Have a great day. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for rocking with me. Thank you so much for the ways in which you all support the channel. I need to start having y'all's names flash across the screen so I can really, truly big up people who support the channel, and y'all know who you are. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Consider becoming a member of the channel, and consider becoming a member of Skool. Skool is still open. We are going to have some mock dating coming up. I do need some gentlemen to join us on Skool. So send me an email at info@betterlovemovement.com so I can get you in there. We're going to do some mock dating on next Monday, and reach out to me, and we're going to go on some Zoom dates, and we're going to practice our dating skills, because that's the only way you're going to find your person, is by talking and getting out there. All right. Have a great rest of the day. Thank you for joining me. And as always, stay open to love.